Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Happy Tuesday. I'm Kelli Higgins. I'm with Darren Stevens today. We are with Stone & Story Real Estate Group here at Keller Williams, one legacy partner in Topeka, Kansas. Good morning.
How's everybody this sunny, fine Tuesday morning?
Give us a thumbs up if you're having a good day, and give us a thumbs up if you're not. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, guys, so we have been taking you through the steps of buying a home through the contract process, and we are finally at the end of this long tunnel. There is a light. We see it.
Yes, we do.
So we have several tips. We have really 5 tips and then a bonus tip at the end of what you need to do to get to the end successfully and close on your new house.
Yes.
So we are going to start just jumping right in with our first tip this morning, and that is...
no extra spending while you're in this last process.
Good morning,
no extra going out and getting credit. There's a huge tendency. You're so excited. House is, you've gotten it. You're ready to close. You're within like a week, 2 weeks to close. And now you're thinking, okay, what do I need to put in this house? I've got to buy new furniture. I've got things to do.
Oh, furniture is a big one. I've actually had a house not close because my clients went and got a new credit card and bought a house full of furniture on this new credit card.
Yes.
So your lender does pull your credit one more time before closing. When we get our final clear to close,
Yep.
That is right after they've pulled that credit. So they do watch you through the whole process of buying a home. Yep. So we know when you do that. I've also had people think that they wanted to go buy a new car.
Yep. So listen, 24 to 48 hours, they're pulling it. And if you've gotten any extra credit out there, it can blow the deal. So please just resist that urge. No extra spending. Hold off. And within 24 to 48 hours, the minute you sign that closing documents, run yourself right over to wherever you want to buy that furniture, get it, and, then you're golden. So
something else to also remember is you're really on any kind of credit freeze, not just spending, but you might think it's a good idea to maybe pay something off real quick in the middle of that. That can actually affect your credit score as well. Surprisingly, you would think that would be a good plan. I would say before making any major decisions, always talk to your lender before doing that, even if it is paying something off. You really just want to just put a freeze on everything. And, we're only looking at 30 to 60 days of doing that. So it's not a long-term freeze. It's just getting us to the very end of our transaction.
Yep. So key. No extra spending, no extra credit. Keep yourself golden until you close. So number 2, you're in the last phases also of the lender may need an extra document. They may need an extra letter from you, something that is the last minute for them to be able to go to the final underwriting and get you closed. Please, at this point, just do everything the lender says. If they say jump a foot, jump a foot. If they say jump 2 feet, jump 2 feet. Whatever it takes, make sure that they're getting what they need to get you that final approval and move you through the process so that we can sit down across the table from the title company and get you closed and your keys in your hand off to your new house.
Yeah, if they need a letter, get it to them by the end of the day.
Yep.
We're talking very quick turnaround time. This is crunch time, so you just have to say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and get it to them as soon as possible.
Yep. The next thing, utilities. So, you've set a closing date. Let's say it's February 1st. You need to call ahead of time, before that February 1st, the gas company, the water company, the electric company, cable, phone, security. Make all of those arrangements ahead of time, because the worst thing that can happen is if you're on the buying side and the seller cuts them off the day of closing and you don't get them switched over, you could walk away from closing, go to your new house, and not have the electricity on.
Especially a lot of people close on Fridays, and that is such a busy day for everybody. And so sometimes I've even had people not be able to get anything turned on until Monday.
Yep.
If you're looking to move that weekend, that can really put a wrench in your plans.
Yeah.
Something else to consider is when you get them transferred, I actually always advise to get them transferred the day before closing, just in case. we have the opportunity to maybe close a day early, or really just to get it taken care of. It's just an extra day, and it's always just nice to have that little bit of cushion.
Yep.
Yeah, and for my sellers, I actually recommend having them turned off the day after closing, in case something were to happen there and the buyer doesn't get them turned on in time, so that way they have a little bit of a cushion too.
A little protection for everybody.
Kind of courtesy too, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And if you guys, little bonus tip here, if you guys are interested in security, internet, cable, that kind of stuff, please reach out to us. We actually do work with a lot of different partners locally, and we can maybe even get you a pretty good deal on some of those things. So if you guys are interested in any of those products, just let us know, and we are more than happy to share those.
Yep. Number 4, insurance. You've probably started this process. You may be shopping around at this point and looking at from company A to company B, and who's going to give you the best rate. We talked earlier in this seminar process about shopping around, and maybe you can combine with your, cars and your homeowner's insurance to get a discount. This is now that time to make sure that you've finalized it, made your choice and decision, because the lender is going to need that information in order to get the final clear to close. Yeah. And they know exactly who you're going with. There's documentation they need from the insurance company, so they need to know who to contact, and then they need to know your rate so that they can get the final numbers put together. So
yeah, we like to use fancy words, and in our contract we call it an insurance binder. That's just a fancy phrase for just getting your insurance finalized and the packet sent over to your lender. So like what Darin said, they have that final insurance premium number, so that way we can stick it in at closing, because you do actually have to pay for a little bit of that up front as part of your closing cost when we close. So it is really important that we do have that number. Yep. Something else to consider when you're looking at insurance, there are different types of insurance agencies, and sometimes when you're a new homeowner, and this is your first time buying a house, you might not realize that. So an independent agent is somebody that works for themselves, and they don't have one company that they work solely for. So like State Farm or Farm Bureau, those agents only work for those companies, and they don't have the opportunity to bid your insurance out to other companies, which is totally fine. Those are great companies. But if you want a really good variety of bids for your home insurance or even your car insurance, it is important to maybe look at a company that is like State Farm or an independent agent that can maybe use a broader range of products to quote you for. So you might kind of consider that when you're getting your insurance quote.
Yeah, you might hear the term insurance broker and brokerage company. That's what they do, is they can broker it out to multiple companies and get you, potentially a better rate. So definitely things to think about.
Yeah.
Next, moving companies. So we are ready to pack up our stuff and load it up. You may have that help that you need. You may have friends, family members. You're gonna rent a U-Haul and you're going to load up everything and go. You may not, and you may have some bigger pieces that you do need some help with. So it's always great. It's always a good idea to reach out to us. We've got partners in the market that we can help you with. As simple as they can load up the big things and take them over. You do the small things. They can do the entire process for you. So it really kind of depends on what your individual needs are. We can help you tailor what you need in order to get you from your current resident to your new home.
And it's good to know too, the moving company, this is one of our tips. However, you really need to be contacting moving companies and getting bids for that at the very beginning of our process, because they book up really fast. So we put moving company on the list because you really should be calling, verifying the dates, verifying what time they're going to show up, and that kind of thing. When you're looking at buying and selling, it's really a tight timeline a lot of times. We could close on the house that you're selling in the morning and then close on the house you're buying that afternoon. So there's a possibility that you might have to have your entire house packed up, moved out, and sitting on a truck waiting to close on your new house. So that's really where it's important to consider hiring a new moving company. And honestly, it's not as expensive as some people think. No. As somebody that has moved several times, I always recommend at least calling moving companies just to find out what it costs, because you might be surprised at how affordable it is and also time saving it is for you. And just the pressure off of your shoulders to, one, ask friends and family to come help you move again, when you're in your upper years of life, that's just kind of not an option anymore.
Yeah.
But then also just the fact that you can just sit there and say, okay, I want that in this room, that in this room, just makes the moving day so much
easier and less stressful.
Stress-free.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. And last but not least,
so this is our number 6 tip.
Number 6.
So moving company was our number 5 tip. So we'll kind of run back through them real quick. Number 1, no spending. You're on a spending freeze. Number 2, get your bank everything they need in a very timely manner. Number 3, make sure you're transferring your utilities and setting up any kind of security internet. Having that stuff scheduled out is really important.
Yeah.
Number 4 is making sure your insurance is completed, you have a premium, and you've sent that premium to your lender. And then number 5 is just verifying your moving company. If you're using one, what time, they're coming, making sure they still have that date for you and everything. And our bonus tip is...
Please, no extra spending.
See number 1.
See number 1. All right. We want to make sure you can get that house, and that's that's one of the key things. So
yeah.
Please.
All right. So those are kind of our tips. We kind of have a bonus part of our video today. We had some open houses this weekend, and we just are so thankful for everybody that came out. I know that I was down in Timber Ridge hosting our brand new floor plan, the Rowan, and it's a great floor plan. And so we can still show it. If you guys are interested in seeing one of the latest Doltmeyer Homes floor plans, please let us know. You can drop us a comment below or just send me a message. And so we had lots of people coming and logging in. So that way we can give away free tickets to the Topeka Home Show that starts this Friday.
So.
All right, here we go.
Right,
ready?
Here we go.
Drum roll.
Da-da-da-da-da.
All right, the winner to the 2 free tickets is Kim Lanternman.
Yay, Kim!
Kim, congratulations. I will be contacting you with the free tickets and how we can get those to you later today. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kim.
Thanks to everyone that was able to show up to our open houses. We really appreciate it. And again, if you guys have any questions about buying or selling, please let us know. Or if you have any ideas for upcoming videos, we'd love to hear your comments. Drop us a comment below and let us know. I'm Kelli Higgins.
Darin Stevens.
With Darin Stevens, and we are with Stone & Story Real Estate Group at Keller Williams One Legacy Partners. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.